1 second. Should be activating right about now. Alright. Can you hear me alright? Okay, welcome to the next part of Ace Attorney. So this one is a little different. So unlike the regular cases where it's split up between the trials and the investigations, this trial is split up into 2 parts, the former and the latter. We are in the latter part of the trial, so part 2 of the trial, and then we go on to the investigation. In the last part, we actually made some interesting... I wouldn't even really call them developments. It was more like we found out that the witness they had was very biased and couldn't account for certain things. But we did find out some definitive proof about the trial. So, specifically, when Lana made the call to her sister Emma, the word muffler was heard during the call she made before she was captured by homegirl, freaking Angel Star. We were given a thing of the floor plans. Angel Star was not in parking lot B. Oh god. Angel Star was not in parking lot B, like she said she was. She was actually in the security room of parking lot A to see her boyfriend, and she saw the whole thing go on from right there. And for some reason she took the long way about. She couldn't go down through the little entrance by the security room, so she apparently went from the security room stairs the long way around to get to parking lot B to take a photo and then jump over to capture her. We got a picture of the crime that actually shows that, yeah, she was preparing to do something and did something, but she's missing her scarf, because it turns out her scarf was hidden inside the muffler of Edward's car. And 100%, that the guy was dead when she saw him, because this is his shoe. The blood on top is from, I think, from him? Oh no, it's her blood. And the shoe on the and the blood on the bottom of the shoe is the victim's blood. Which is strange because, well, how could he step in his own blood if he was still... How could he step in his own blood if he died instantly? Unless the blood just went from his chest all the way down to his leg. But then it turns out any evidence that would have been found was washed away because Lana kicked over an oil drum. I think you can kind of see it in this picture. Like the one behind her, apparently one of them was filled with water, and it just washed away all the blood. When Angel went to go arrest her. So that's the case up until now. I may have messed up a few details in my recap, but that's pretty much how it went. So now we are in part 2, after Angel was thrown out as a biased witness against prosecutors, because she does not like prosecutors at all. Angel used to be a detective, but along with patrolman Jake Marshall, he used to be also an investigator too, but something happened 2 years ago involving them and possibly Bruce Goodman, Lana Skye, and Edgeworth that got both of them. Angel was fired, and Jake was just demoted. So there's something going on here. What that is, we don't know. You mean the squid wheels that she kept trying to pawn off on people? Okay, but anyways, let us continue. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always like this with you? Like you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface, but no matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So, this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. Mr. Marshall, they say you showed a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin', at least. Officer Marshall! Thought I'd come to take a look and see how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. They've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What is going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have really been on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now, don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow out her slender neck many a time. I saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the award ceremony that afternoon. Edward's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? In the photograph taken at the crime scene, she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Starr wasn't mistaken. Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns, and sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. Ugh, I have a bad feeling about this. So, where are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Ooh-wee. Who do you think the next witness will be? Or next person to testify, I should say. Witness isn't exactly the right word. I'd like to resume. What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Is something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth? Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. That furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. What's more, your eyes are unfocused. You're doubled over, your back is bent. It can't be! This can't happen! Oh shit, I know it's gonna happen. I'm sorry, babe, but I think the unfortunate has happened. Edgeworth? No. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Well then, I believe it's time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had a request that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable! It seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me, knock knock. Who's there? Oh! What's with this guy? A strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. Hey! The temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? Ah, it's you! Oh, oh, that wasn't me doing that, by the way. That was the game. It's building up to... Suspense. Yes. Sorry I'm late, Ungi. The roads were packed. It's just me. Long time no see, eh, Ungi? Saw you been swim much these days? Oh, hello. No, I've been so busy. Udgy? Ungi, Uggy, whatever. I'll just say Uggy. You know, I could still say Ungi just to mess with you. No, I've been so busy. Busy smizzy, Uggy. My boy, you have to make some time to relax. Yes, indeed. Uggy seems to be his nickname for the judge. I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Aha! So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about a little worthy giving you all the trouble, huh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometime. Jolly. Little worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Name's Gant. Damon Gant. Damon Gant. Is that a pun? DG. Damon Gant. Gant Damon. No. There's probably a pun there, but I'm not seeing it. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? Well, it's worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's my sister's muffler. So Mr. Star wasn't just seeing things. Miss Star wasn't just seeing things. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think that it was stuffed into the exhaust pipe. Oh, on little Worthy's car, no less. It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? It's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Now, wait a minute, Worthy. I have no desire to hear your excuses. I'm telling you to wait. Or didn't you hear me? Have a look at this document, where it says, Person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature is there. Miles Edgeworth. So basically, he's trying to blame the fucking fuck-ups of the police on Edgeworth. That's not fair! On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll all find a way to clean up this mess that you made. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I won't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Yes, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Why not just go backwards from the list? It'd be faster. Interesting look on the tag. SL92. There's a small tag on this knife. It seemed to say SL92? What does that mean? Well, I've heard something similar. SL9, DL6. It's not related to DL6, at least I don't think so. It's an item that was tagged from a case. DL6 of DL6 incident fame. But it's strange. Huh? What is it? I'm not certain, but I get the feeling I've seen this somewhere before. Letters like this, or letters that looked a lot like this, somehow. Oh, excuse me. What? Don't scare me like that. I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. And this dark red stain. Blood? Switchblade knife added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I want you to look at something. It says SL9 too. And you know what else has those letters if you look at it in a similar way? Flip it upside down. 97S would be SL9. So this is related to the note Goodman had on him. It was in his trunk. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. I'm terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us about the split between the prosecutors and the police and this knife? Sure thing, not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Department and disorder. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between this knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was killed at the police department. Excuse me. I feel like I have something in my throat. See, what a mess. The time of the crime? 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this case here, so I can't talk much about it. So another guy died? There was a murder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, Udgy. We haven't exactly announced it yet.
Objection!
Wait a second. You said 5:15? That's the exact time that Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. Order! 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 Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well have assumed. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, 2 detectives killed at the same time in 2 different places? It's gotta be fishy. But who is the other guy killed? The chances of that are really slim. Scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. Okay, how is this knife special? What do you mean? Excuse me? Special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere. Where else? Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. Now, why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? That's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. Unless there's evidence to prove a good connection between this knife and Goodman. Let me try the note.
Objection!
Oh, it is it. Wait a second. Ah, at last, an honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha, and honest to goodness, what do you mean from Udgy? This is great. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7S 12-2? Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside. The printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? So February 21st, SL9? I think that was a week ago, because it's February a week ago or 2 days ago. I can't remember. Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. Yeah. Babe, in the game, it's February in the game. Oh, babe. SL9? That's the same thing that is written on the tag's knife. On the knife's tag. Fuck. No, I'm not. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well. I guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, righto. I win? What game is this guy playing? This knife was evidence in the case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the murder. It was evidence, you say? Was it in fact a murder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a murder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a long-since solved... So this knife was stolen the day of the murder. It was found in the pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something happened in Department 2, huh? You got a good look on your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen. And why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? No matter, I understand. You were busy with that Lana's case and all. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Is he making a mess? Sorry, I was petting the cat. A detective was killed at the police department. See, what a mess. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? That's a fact. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the... Oh, excuse me. And the persecutor and the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested? That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you could help, righto. I suppose I could help. If you help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. How did the victim die? Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force call a stabbing with a knife. A knife? That's exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. It seems like I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder. Time of the crime, 5:15. Yeah, I knew that. 5:15, but that's when Detective Goodwin was killed in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's place and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling. But I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more of the incident. It's not officially linked to this case here. So I can't talk much about it. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't judge. I can't say anything to I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that tied the two murders together? Whatever it is, I'd find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office and one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife. What was it doing there? I better check this knife out. Let me see the knife a little bit more. I can't examine the tip. It's not a zoom. Ooh, zoom in really close too. It's not letting me really examine it. I'm curious about something. The autopsy? Objection! No. Objection! Not the knife. The note again? No. I'll be honest, I'm thinking about looking up the answer for this part because I can't think of anything. So I'll be completely transparent. I am looking at the answer and I feel like I'm gonna feel so stupid when I look it up. Actually, hold on. 1 second.
Hold it!
Where was the victim found? You just said at the police department. Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found. But I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Wait a second. I've heard of that. The evidence room? Didn't you just mention that in his testimony just now? This knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. You seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy? We just got our ticket to we just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. With the link between the two cases established, oh, excuse me. Sorry, I just ate dinner. We finally have some leverage. Now we can get Gant to testify about the details.
Hold it!
Chief, the defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases have already been proven. Huh. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife was found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number on the knife's evidence tag. And we also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed, there did seem to be too many connections for it to be a coincidence. You two make a good pair. It took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay?
Hold it!
If you're going to tell us a little, why not just tell us everything? Well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do everything properly. Oh well, I guess I might have to try what I can get out of him. The victim's ID number? How about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name, after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is 5842189. I swear to God. Do you see that? The fucking ID is Goodman. So he's the victim? How? Wait, well, that's quite long. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 82... I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? The ID number of the victim at the police department? This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Meaning... it has to be what I think it is. But what does it mean? Well, let's see what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you? The guy killed was fucking Goodman. But that's impossible! Unless the guy we have isn't Goodman.
Take that!
Witness. What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just... I got confused. And this is news? Huh? You just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives, murdered at one time? Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, a defense attorney. I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Huh? Wait, I didn't remember what we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 8-2, huh? I forgot. You didn't even get the first number right, again! The number of the chief police gave us was 58421189. Wait a second, Wright? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The two ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as attack, righto, sharp as attack. But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet, a Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police station, in the evidence room at the same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time? What? And in a completely different location? Order! 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 Chief, what does this mean? No. What I want to know is why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of this case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. That's right, he did. Remember the nervous police guy?
Right.
I believe it was our officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. You don't mean him? According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said that the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on top of the report. Ugh! Why did your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error. A gross negligence of duty on your part, Worthy. But, sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, rule number 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. So, what does this mean? I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. That connection was just proven by Righto over there. Good job, Righto, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. No! Oh, Edgeworth is gonna get shit for this. It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of diligence on my part. Mr. Edgeworth! Please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. If it's the last thing I do, you'd better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Yeah. So what did you think?
I can't believe Edward made that big of what was it?
A mistake? So this part was short. So I say, because it was a shorter part, let's continue into the investigation and stop when, the investigation's over. But before we continue on, what do you have to think about this? That fucking he was killed and
Connections like it did with the last case.
no, I mean that this guy was essentially killed in two different places at the same time. Do they have a second body, you think?
Doppelganger.
We'll see. February 20th. So it was 2 days ago. February 21st. I think that's when he died. Yep, February 21st. So they probably got the they probably got the evidence out the same day. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecution's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm sure she's going to... But I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Wait, then how did they know that it was him? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. The oil drum, was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they didn't get along, Emma really likes her sister. It's not fair at all. It's just... we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? The blood is sticky stuff. You can't, you can just wash it, you can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But won't have the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try. Me? What do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. We're testing blood stains with the stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? Get an extra pair of those things? To test for blood reaction, just spray luminol on it. Like this, see? Press the X button to spray it, okay? Let's find us some blood stains. The trunk of the car? Ah! I can see her shining behind those glasses. So this is a blood stain? It's so... Emma, you're shaking. It's my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, we definitely know that is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking, of course? What's so odd about this? The amount of blood? The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoes. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to be more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans where we find a bloodstain, right? See? I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah, feels like we're really investigating crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your eyes, and not bad, you two. Ooh. This day-old deli box is on the... Ooh. Although, I would be a little worrisome of day-old fish. I still think it'd be good to eat, but fish, from what I hear, goes pretty bad pretty quick. Like milk. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead in doesn't really get my mouth watering. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sai stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph was something important to tell us, but... What? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Oh my god, shut up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. It just makes me want a bento box. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I drag the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long, they called me the Cough Up Queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident. SL9? Like, she doesn't mean... Oh, I was pressing the wrong thing. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that night. And on that note, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. Excuse me, I had a yawn. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? I'm trying to see if she could show any more of the lunch boxes. So, because if you see all the lunch boxes she has, you get an achievement. So I'm just showing her random evidence. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murderer. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Star. You were lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I had my testimony disregarded before, and it wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Nope. Oh! She dropped the phone on the... Damn! She fucking twisted her arm. She dropped that phone on the pavement. That's when you heard her talking about the muffler, right? Little did I know, it was a trap. The red car's muffler, and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Sky really trying to say, I wonder? Same stuff from last time. Nope. I know she has more stuff to say, but I just want to be careful. Okay, I'm just gonna go on from the thing and just continue on. The SL9 incident. Tell us what it is. That incident really opened my eyes up to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? 2 years ago. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were... Oh, see, he's wearing, like a detective-style, outfit underneath his cowboy outfit. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got to what was coming to him. It doesn't get any clearer than that. The problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. What? But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence, of a sort. Made-up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those? Myself and one other person you know well. What could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As a professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was partially determined, and then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? Well, what was the case? You haven't exactly told us anything. There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell? There is only one reason I come to sell my lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Ooh, so she's using them to get information on the truth. What do you think? Do you think what she's doing is alright? Yes, but she's using them for something pretty important. Because a guy was killed and they didn't really have any evidence to say that, yeah, he did it. And she's basically just doing a private investigation. I say she should become a private investigator. The Star's old boyfriends? How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. But what? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Then you should take this. Ooh. What is that? Okay, I see steak, carrots, asparagus. Does that look like French fries in the corner?
It might be.
What do you think that thing in the middle of the carrots and the asparagus is? You think that's a potato?
Could be a potato.
A Salisbury steak lunch? Ooh. Salisbury steak.
That sounds good.
I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he your... are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. What does she say if I show her the steak again? You'll give that to Jake like I asked, won't you? You and Officer Marshall, are you going out? Jake and I, okay, that's it. I'm curious. Wait, I thought I could use this whenever I wanted to. Unless I have to use it from the court record. Ah! Hold on. Ah, there's blood on the phone! Ah, that makes sense. She did run towards it to use it. This blood must be from when Lana... No! My sister isn't the murderer. But she did call, didn't she? The time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Curious. I can just spray all I want. No blood showing up there. Thank God this is a video game or else she'd be on the fence? I don't think so. I can try. Nope. All over the fence. Nada. So where should we go? Let's go to the detention center. Looks like the sky is in questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department murder? Let's come back later. Who did they arrest? The Criminal Affairs Department. Hold on. Hmm. One second. I'm just looking up something really quick. Damn. So I missed the achievement. To get it, I'd have to show some crazy stuff to her during the trial. Oh well. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. Ugh, it makes my head hurt. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating, but don't mess up, or we both could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Can I talk to someone? That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Detective killed in the evidence room? Tell no one outside the police department? No! I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. Wait a minute. Old lady? Think he talked to Old Bag?
I wouldn't be surprised if it was all bad.
Oh my god. The police department. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. Detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room. The scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk. Here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. What is this guy saying to him now? Look at the patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. You idiot! What were you thinking? Where's your head? Sir, it's right here, sir. I guess he wasn't saluting. He was showing the detective where his head was. They make a good pair. I remember the last time they fucking were arguing too, something similar. Evidence room entrance. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime? There's a lasso by the door. It seems that way. Oh. Oh. What's wrong? It's the cacti. They're so prickly. So imposing. It's hard to think straight. Can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. What's with the rope? Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. thought it'd be open. I think we need someone's permission to go in here first. Do I use an item? There's a lot of booze in here. This seems kind of not good. Okay. This place is tried with frantic enemies always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's not the time for despair. We caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal? You mean... You heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right? On the same day that the detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed at the police department? Ugh. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal that hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. But Detective Gumshoe, who is it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need a steak lunch pronto. Standing here all day isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave! If you want to know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's good there to have a good cry. Later. He ran out of the evidence room? Well, this investigation is off to a running start. I think I know who they got. You know who it is? It's the most poor sucker they could find, I think. Still, I do feel better about these things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not get too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Ween! What was that? Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say I was perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Meekins. They're framing him. Hi. Greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. I know he's hurt, his left hand. Excuse me, but is, Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Hello. Officer Meekins, so you're here, to guard the... So you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir, how should I say this? Wait. He isn't... Is he? You... Officer Meekins? You didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. Explain. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. I'm doing fine. Your name is very strange. Yes, I know that's what... Aw. You're gonna get tired of her when she keeps on doing that. But it's nice that she's all like that right now. Naravar is playing with the cat. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in the front room... The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. Oh, okay, that's... Okay, fine. It's just, that's... It's very strange to have that name. It feels like it's a trap of some kind. The guard station in front... So normally there's a guard at the evidence room, That's right, sir, but evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Why were you going in there? Now, the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. It's a very... you change one letter of that name, and that's just asking for trouble. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. You fucking idiot. Did you see what he did? He slammed his bad hand. Oh, you fucking fool. What the heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? After that, sir, everything went right. I saw red, I blacked out. And then when I came to, I was here in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no bandage. There was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. I'm tired of saying sir so much. A bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Well, actually, let me ask you about the victim first. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you had to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, what am I playing on? Right now, just PS5. I have a PC that I'm eventually going to use for certain games. There was actually one I was thinking about doing, but I forget what it was. It's just I don't have the proper setup to use it for streaming. That's to say I don't really have a desk, so it's just kind of propped up next to the monitor like a TV. Oh, thank you. If you have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me as victim. I don't think so. Oh! I think I did. Yeah, thank you. No. I only do this as, how do I phrase this? I don't do this as, like, a career or anything. I just do it as, like, a way to spend time with my wife. To hang out and show her games that normally she wouldn't play. Do you also stream full-time, or do you also study or work alongside it? Work. I don't really study or any... Well, I read, but that's just for fun. But I just do this as a little side thing when I get off of work, or when me and Naravar, my wife, have time to do other stuff. I would, but you happen to be in a detention, and alive, and well in that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know you love arts? Define what you mean by arts. You know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. So, you didn't know him. Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. Oh, digital art. My wife is an artist. She does all sorts of art. Drawings, painting. So you would like to see some of my recent... I'm good, thank you. I'm good for now, but it is nice to know that you're interested in that. So if he was a total stranger... Oh wait, and the resin stuff. Your resin stuff?
Yeah, resin.
Isn't there a fourth one that you do? The painting, the drawing, the resin...
Sometimes I do photos.
Yeah, I miss when you used to take photos. Those are cool. We when we finish the gun cannon, I want to take more pictures of it. Cause recently me and her were making I don't like to use the word gunpla because it's so it narrows it down, but I'm trying to get more into model kits because I don't want to do just Gundam, I want to do cars too. But recently we did a gun cannon model kit and it turned out great. Just need to finish putting all the sticker details on it. But anyways, that's besides the point. Let's get back to the game. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Gundam Tanaka? Hmm? Why does that sound familiar? Oh, wait. The fucking dude from Danganronpa? I do not like Danganronpa. It is... How do I phrase this?
I have no idea what that is.
Danganronpa is it's kind of like it's a light novel like Ace Attorney, but oh god, the fandom is dog shit because people get all up in their ass about characters, and it's a whole can of worms I don't want to get into right now because
So
it's
kind of similar to like how Pokemon is.
No. This is worse because it's mostly teenage girls fucking fighting with each other over. I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. Just it's bad, and it ended badly. I'm not gonna divulge further into that. Just it's a bad series. I'm never playing it. I'm never doing it for the streams. Never. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? What? Emma! But sir, but there was nothing I could do! Nothing you could do? And thank Christ we will never see it again. That, Jesus Christ. Sir, to tell you the truth, sir, when it happened... Okay, I'm actually gonna tell you a little bit about it.
I thought we were gonna.
Because the last bit is really funny. Say you have a series that you made to be in a certain way, but your fan base really wants it to be another kind of type of idea of series. So to end the series, you decide to basically lift your middle finger up as a way to say fuck you to the fans. You wanted this? Fine, you get this, but this is what you deserve. You get confusing bullshit that doesn't make sense and no one likes. The final game did have like a little dating segment to it that was kind of... It was nice, but it was also really stupid when you think about it. I can't remember if that was the spin-off game or if that was... We don't talk about the third game, we get off that. Yeah. Even so, beyond despair, beyond hope. It's so fucking dumb. I hate that bear now. It makes me not like my name as much.
I'm just over here in the corner of
When the detective pointing that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. Third game made the first two games meaningless and entirely useless. What? No, you don't like that that everything was just all holograms and fucking Sword Art Online bullshit? I'm messing around a little bit, but No, I'm joking. No, no, no. Sword Art Online. Oh, trust me. I won't mention it again unless we ever get to dot hack, but I don't think that'll happen. Everyone in the first literally signed up to play, and it's a TV series. Yep. Yep. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were... Huh? And then there's fucking Ultimate Despair Girls, the stupid shooter. Then, when I opened my eyes... I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? When I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Ultimate Despair Girl is just Gooner Bait the game. Yep. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? So, to get back on track, he saw someone in the evidence room, and when he went to go in there, I guess he saw Detective Goodman in there pointing a knife at him. Then he blacked out, and when he woke up, he found his hand was bleeding. Something's fishy going on. The victim's body disappeared.
So he got so scared that he passed out.
Wait, I think either Detective Goodman was pointing a knife at him, or he found Goodman's body with a knife in it.
Oh.
I wish this game had a feature that the other games would have, where it would let you go back to see the dialogue, because that's a thing in the Edgeworth investigation games. You can go back to see older dialogue. To speed this along, because it is getting kind of late, I'm gonna just see what the next part we have to do is. Ah, okay. So we have to show him... Actually, wait. That would make... The longest... Yes, God, I know. Oh, God. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir, that's it, that's it! What's that? That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But now I remember, sir. I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct. That card was the cause of all of it. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. I better pry into this. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be the point. It's supposed to be annoying. Turn down the volume. That's what I did. The crime. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost patrolman. Lost little lamb, if you will. Ugh. I don't like how he described himself like that. He's not wearing socks! He's wearing slip-on shoes, but no socks.
No, he's probably wearing shoe socks where they're small enough to where they can hide in the shoe.
That's... I'm just gonna say this now, because I've had this discussion with her for a little bit. I think it's strange that you'll see people just wear shoes but no socks. Like, sometimes I can get it. It's for the look of it.
So,
Like you wear the smaller... Well, those are different. Those are slip-ons. And you do have the...
Those are also slip-ons.
Yes. I don't... Because you have socks visible and you have your shoes on.
I don't when I wear my shoes.
You go to work with no shoes? I mean, no socks?
Sometimes.
How?
You
Doesn't
have
the...
holes in your socks.
That's why you get new socks. Because doesn't the sole...
Look like I have time and more money to go to it.
What was that? I don't wear socks if I'm going out to take out the trash, but otherwise I always wear socks when I'm going somewhere. See? There is a different... Like, I'll wear sandals sometimes to go out, but for shoes, I always wear socks. Always.
Shoes, I don't wear socks at all.
Which shoes are you talking about?
Those ones.
Those ones?
Those ones.
Don't the soles get kind of smelly after a while, though, because of the sweat from your feet?
I don't know, you tell me.
Ooh.
have to also remember I use these when I do yard work and like literally everything. So these things get soaking wet, so I have to keep them outside to dry.
Well, to be fair, I do feel when I'm doing yard work, it's a little unfortunate when I wear socks because I know I'm gonna get all smelly, or get dirt or some other crap on them, and I just hate that feeling.
Barefooted lungs are like nothing like.
There's always something hiding in the grass.
Yeah, and it's mostly mosquitoes.
Or ants.
Yeah, that hurts.
But anyways, I didn't know Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious? So I entered the evidence room, sir, and I asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounded pretty much by the book. That's right, sir. That's why I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. What if it wasn't Detective Goodman? No, what if it was someone in disguise? Like, how do I phrase this? No, just his outfit, but you can't see his face. We'll see.
It's just like in the Iron Samurai episode.
The Steel Samurai?
Yeah. Steel Samurai.
But that
Like
one was...
how that one guy dressed up as a Steel Samurai.
But that guy had the defense of... He was wearing a full body, suit.
Yes, but he was impersonating someone else. Someone's impersonating it.
Well, I don't doubt someone's impersonating him.
That's why I say no.
Then we'll have to see. Do unto others before they do unto you. My father's own words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Why did they arrest you? So, Officer Meekins, why was it they arrested you? Oh, what did you mean, Emma? Let's look at what we know now. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim who we met at the scene of the crime didn't show his ID either. In other words, we have no idea of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, why we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out, it's there. It's me on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? How much is left? Oh my god. So how about this? I think that this part is going to take too long. So once we finish talking to Meekins here, we'll stop the stream, okay? And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry. Really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Guess we better go check out the crime scene. Let me actually show him my badge. Officer Meekins, have a look at this. Go ahead, sir. Laugh. Laugh at me, sir. Ha. Huh? I know what you want to say. You're telling me... You're going to tell me how she has one just like it. Me? Why would I? I know, sir, I know. I'm the only one without a girl with matching badges. Nowhere, I'm alone, all alone. Is that so wrong? Life is about high school... What?
He says matching badges. He doesn't think that's a...
He doesn't think it's an attorney's badge. No. Life is all about high school sweethearts and youthful romance, sir. Is he talking about those badges on her coat? I like to think there's a difference between my badge and and a fashion accessory. Oh, Meekins. Okay, so we're gonna end the stream at the police criminal affairs department. Okay. Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the chief of detective's desk. It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's the most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you'll call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The chief of detectives looks a little flustered. Aha, Righto, my boy. How have you been? So much? Oh, ho, Chief Gant. Reporting for duty, sir. Why are you laughing? Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? So this is where we're going to end the stream for now, because it is late. I need a shower. But next time, because I've decided we're gonna fucking soldier on through the game and just keep doing Ace Attorney episodes until the game is done. We're halfway through. Well, this is the day 2 investigation. The last one is day 3. Actually, let me double check. Day 2 investigation. And the 2-part trial? Oh, God. No, they weren't joking. It's day 2 investigation, which we're on now. Then the day 3 trial. There's 2 parts to it. Then the day 3 investigation. And then the final trial, part 1 and part 2. So that's all. They weren't kidding when they said this is the longest case in the series. But I think you'll like how it turns out. A lot of twists and turns. But anyways, that's the end of the stream. What do you have to say? It's more than likely Bruce Goodman wasn't actually at the police department. It was probably an imposter, like he keeps saying. Doppelganger. And the real Bruce Goodman died at the prosecutor's office. But did Lana actually kill him, or was he already dead? Who knows? We'll have to find out. But these revelations, Officer Meekins being framed, and Angel Starr and Jake Marshall being let go from the case? But wait a minute. There's something that I didn't bring up when we were at that part. Everyone got shat on except for Bruce Goodman. He was still a detective. You think it's because he played ball and made up some evidence? And who's the guy that got executed? There's a lot that this case isn't talking about yet. And I think that's what's gonna that's what's gonna end up giving us the most of the information. What exactly happened during SL9? And man, I can't wait. Can you? Anyways, thank you all for coming to the stream. Thank you to all the people in the chats. Thank you to beautiful Naravar, Moon and Stars for being here as always and being so patient as always. And thank you to the cat for being here and being good. Anyways, thank you all for coming to the stream. The next episode will be another Ace Attorney one until we're done. But anyways, thank you all and goodbye.